Alright, time for another news video. I know I don't do these very often, but this video came across my feed, and I just really wanted to talk about it. What you are seeing is footage from an announcement trailer that was dropped on June 8th from Owlcat Studios and Alcon Interactive called The Expanse Osiris Reborn. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is actually based on a TV show on Amazon Prime, which was in turn based on a book. For those of you that haven't seen the show, the basic premise is that it's the year 2307. Earth has colonized Mars and the asteroid belt, and then those three broke off into separate factions. And so there's a lot of political tension between these three factions. And even though it's 2300, it's not like Star Trek or Star Wars where there's a lot of advanced technology. There's no warp, there's no hyperspace, there's no lasers, there's no transporters, there's no droids. It's just rockets and machine guns. And so it's like a low-tech, hard sci-fi, and it's been called one of the most accurate portrayals of space travel in sci-fi. I watched all 6 seasons of this show. I loved it, and when I found out there was a game coming out for it, I was beside myself. I was so excited. Now, they did do interviews with both Gizmodo and IGN, and in the interview that they did with IGN, they did mention that it had a lot of influence from Mass Effect, and you can see it in there. It definitely has a flavor of Mass Effect to it. They didn't go into much detail, but you can see from the trailer that it looks like there are at least some open world elements. They did say in the interview that when you went to a certain location would determine what you find there. Like if you go to a location later, you'll find something different than if you go to there earlier. And decisions that you make affect what happens in other locations and later on in the game. It's a very tailored experience. You pick your crew, you create your captain, you pick your ship, you pick your weapons, and you just travel around the solar system. But what I like about it, and I don't know if there's other games that have done this before, maybe Dead Space, but I love the way that they portray zero-gravity combat. That looks like a lot of fun to me, because it takes the battlefield and spins it 360. It makes it a 3D environment, where the enemies could be coming from any direction, they could be upside down, you don't know. Now, when asked about a release date, they were very coy. Owlcat's head of publishing, Andrew Svetkov, said, quote, "We'll be sharing the information about the release window when we are absolutely ready and when we are absolutely confident that we can deliver the experience we want in the specific time window." Now, to me, that's good news, because he also mentioned that they've been in pre-development since 2022, when the show was still on the air. So, if this thing's been in development for going on 3 years now, and they're taking their time, that tells me they want to put out a complete, finished, polished product. They're not going to put out some janky, half-done, buggy thing that needs a day one hot patch. And that's great to me. I'm willing to wait if when I get it, it's polished, it's finished, it's ready. So that's the story as it stands. I will put links to the interviews that they did with IGN and Gizmodo down in the description, as well as a link to the YouTube video. And I will update you guys if an announcement for a release date or any more gameplay footage comes out. But that's the story as it stands for now, and I really want this game to do well. So please tell your friends, share this video if you can. But for now, thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.